A good great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing in the world coming out of Guyana. Yeah. It's said many ways. The realest thing coming out of Guyana in the world, the realest thing in the world coming out of Guyana, and they're all factual. Right? So my header today is why some Guyanese, and a lot of Guyanese don't know, are not literate enough to read, comprehend, and understand. Too many. Right? So I got to break it down for you. That's not an insult. That's a fact. That's a worrying statistic. Right? So, why some Guyanese find the problems that they face insurmountable is because they're brain dead. Now, I say that because Rickford Jerk made a post last night, a false post, and he made a post this morning again, another false post. No, Rickford Jerk does that constantly. He does anything and everything to get attention. When I make a mistake, when I say something, and it's a mistake, it goes against the grain, or there's an issue with it, or I would have given information that is not factual, I gotta apologize. I come out here and I say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, this was not it. Like when I suggested that Miss Grippy was a man. And you can see why I made the mistake. Because the girl was as hard as brick. You understand? The girl had no breast. The girl looked like an auntie, man. So that is where the error came from. Not deliberately watching a beautiful woman and say, oh, there's a man, she transform or something. I know something. Right? Vinny, morning. Diane, morning. Darrell, good morning. Monroe, a good morning to you. Gavin, morning. So I got up last night, I'm at the traffic light and a fan pull up. And he was all excited and I said like something happened to this guy. I said like something wrong with this guy. This is an emergency. Right? When I went on the then I'm seeing the guy's face. And there's the black dude. And I seen this man's face lighting up. I go, if I say, man, you can't drive with flashing lights like that. I kid you not. Here. This banner face light up. So his name is Timothy Roberts. Terry, critic, shout out for your program. And I was like, so what's your name? It's a big guy. Not an old man. A big man. My age, right? But I'm looking and I realize I've brought out the child in him. He's got his two kids in the car. I don't know if it's he kids or he's the uncle or whatever. But you realize he's a good guy. You realize he's a cool guy. You realize he's a fun-loving guy. You understand? You see those qualities in people. They got some people, the anger, they can't hide the anger. No matter how they try to be nice. This banner, when he see me, just light up. I let me carry this man, critic. And I wind on the window. And the man face bright. Like this banner emitting energy. I was like, whoa. Man said, shout out, shower, big fan. And I always tell all my fans, thanks for the support. Even if it's a comment. Even if you share my life, you would have done your part. We've gone past the stage. We ain't dep on give me $5 and $10. No. We got enough going on in our life to fund whatever we do. Whatever we do for you, we do for you. It's now giving back. It's you making me the Guyanese critic. You recognizing me as the Guyanese critic. has me where I am today. Some people don't want to accept the input of their fans. That's the reality. That's why I cannot make up these things. Shazam, a good morning. No, that is why. Now, I am not always the guy in the happiest mood. I'm one moody son of a bitch. And when people say, Critic, I want a photograph, right away put on a smile. Right away. I watch a lot of people and they scare me like, bye, you sure for asking a man for a photograph? Anybody ask me for a photograph, I can't turn them down. What other purpose is there? If somebody makes that effort, if somebody looks at you, if somebody cares about you that much that they want to have a photograph of you, what else can I do? I'm not like some actor, some famous actor and this and that. No, I started as an activist. And my job entails people. I don't just make movies and people like me as a result of the movies that I make, but I got an attitude. And no. I do have an attitude. One that could be classified as a bad attitude. But when it comes to my fans, you understand? If somebody said I want a picture, no matter what mood I in, it's right to me. The only thing I said, man, some people, they can't fit the camera, they can't find the camera. I said, man, oh shit. Just get the fucking thing and let me take the picture. Worst case scenario. No. Critic! Some people go, Critic! Oh, Critic! Ah! I said, just take the picture. Because I got me life organized. So I would see somebody coming. I was the kind of banner. I'll see the videos why it's get there, so. People want to know how it's get it. Because I would drive it on the road and man, make a phone, move it, so bam, pick up my phone and got me camera. Just in case anything happen with it. I catch road rage live. Me catch the road rage live. You understand? Where y'all do with my video? Where y'all do with my video with the shootout what been pun recently? Is they in the group there? Yeah, y'all ever load it on this computer? I never load it on the computer. Alright, let me see. So there's a lot of times. No, TBN. So there's a lot of times, and I apologize. Mark said we would love to see you and Otisha take a picture. All right, so this morning I'm just in the mood. I never see a name before, and I think you just crossed the mark there. Block, ban from page. Ban, block immediately. Mark, wherever you name, he out here. There's one fudged up comment for me. You understand? He'd love to see me and Otisha take a picture right away. Mark, if you didn't know, now you know. I don't depend. This is what happened there. So they got a thing bleeping out when I say thing. What the? What? They got something bleeping out the thing in there. When I says, what the? It's what? They buy something and put it in their software. That no one can cause some bleeping out the sound. Yeah. So, fudge. I could use fudge. Skullduggery. What? That's a bad thing. You can't even catch it. That's some new shit. Yeah. So that one get black. What is he talking about? He just take me out for me, he said just now. Brain dead Guyanese. Right? So I got Zelina Khan was saying, I using bad language is not good. Wait, is international? So international people don't cuss? This is what really I'm talking about. So it's okay for a man to stick his dick in an anus another man's anus, and the two of them are right, and y'all okay with that, y'all waving rainbow flags, we're very accommodative, I can't say fuck, well, fuck y'all. You telling me about international from a country we got the most perverted shit going on, get into the children's head, and you see the software pick up and realize that needed to be said. It didn't censor me. What? It gone back, it gone working again. It gone working again. No, here was me problem. Here was me problem with this society that we live in. We got women being abused. Yeah, a man there behind the scene, he bashing women. Look, Junkie Chow. Junkie Chow putting up a video every other day about he answering me. And abuse against women. Junkie Chow beat his wife in her head with a bucket. Junkie Chow never come and apologize for that. Junkie Chow now convert to Islam. Junkie Chow beat his wife in her head with a bucket. Junkie Chow come out and stand up and profess support for a man who kick his daughter like a dog, who end up going and get jailed for the act, was found guilty. And Junkie Chow lecturing me upon abuse? Yeah, I gotta be joking. I don't do low life and hungry belly. You understand? You imagine Junkie Chow lecturing me? A man will beat his wife. In the past, because of my lacking of knowledge, insecurity, lack of experience, and everything else, as a young man, when I was married, I was abusive. I hit 11 times. I have accepted that. I have accepted my wrongdoing, and I have chosen a path to tell men, speak to men, advocate for women, and tell men not to be abusive. You don't need to hit. I've reached the level of maturity where I can control myself. I know what it means to be a man, and what are some of the characteristics that come with being a man. Right? Junkie Chow converted, telling me I never heard he beat his wife in her head with a bucket. That's a fact. He was charged. He come out and talk for a man. The man been here, I interviewed the man. For here, the man said this story. I never talk for the man. I watch a video, the man kicking his daughter like a dog. And Junkie Chow supported that. And Junkie Chow will lecture me. Junkie Chow see a video, all we see the video. And he come out and support the man. Y'all watch me style. When I don't dare in something or want no part of something, must watch me style. Y'all look at my history. Either very outspoken or I don't say nothing at all. My silence means a lot. When you see something major going on in this country and I silent, I have spoken. Because I am both of the extremes. I can be the most vocal and the utmost silent. And both of them is a response. Because I don't play part and parcel in no stupidness at all. I don't care what. Now I'm telling you about the brain dead people. So when you will listen to Rick for Jork, Bench Cap, I listened to Bench Cap program yesterday. I had to cut it off because I said this thing killing brain cells. But you gotta address the issues. Bring a man on the program totally inept. I'm gonna see him. This glasses suit me. I think I want a little more stylish thing, man. I gotta go and look for one. It's how y'all spell it thing. Spell it thing, let me get TPH first. Somebody give me in the comments. How you spelling name? Y'all know Bench Cap? The man with John be carry with your wife. John is my friend and Marie is my friend, but they're just, you understand? It's just... So listen to this ignorance of how he program start last night. Jesus Christ, I can't see nothing here. It's a bare ignorance. Oh. Why am I not getting sound here? This. So this start a program here. Here, I want you to listen to this. You got it? So what these banners do, and it comes out even in the song that he's playing there. Mark Benchcap, protect the ghetto youth. You understand? So them banner playing from the brain dead. If you look at them banner smart, but them banner ain't got nothing to tell you how to become smart. Them banner ain't got nothing to do for educate you. Them banner realize poor people and stupid people is a business. Once you could keep them poor, and you look at the narrative of all the PNC affiliated black leaders, you look at all of them. It's one thing, hey, what's going on? This is the sesh. They can't explain to you nothing. They can't show you how to go and get money. Listen to this. Even the song that this man got, right? He's a messiah.
Mark Benchcap, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benchcap, straight up from the root. Mark Benchcap, who tell the truth. Mark Benchcap, defend the ghetto youth.
So Mark Benchcap is defend the ghetto youth. He ain't got nothing to do with rights, facts. He ain't got nothing to do with the Guyanese people. He don't know. If you pass up yourself as somebody to help somebody, or lead you somewhere, people just following. The brain dead, people follow these people. Listen to how he thinks that.
Benchcap, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benchcap, straight up from the on the radio.
And founder of the world.
There's a liar, promote yourself.
Mark Benchcap, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, registration is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth. Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark
Personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you, so call us today to see if we can be of.
Imagine you take a lie and she said, consultation is free of no cost to you. Consultation is no cost to you, or it's either free, but it's free or no cost to you. Them people, they say so, living in a different world. So here, ignorance here.
Politics more and more, but you guys are the smart ones out there, right? We got to give you guys credit. And not the trench crappos, obviously, not, but...
Here now, he know the people dead, brain dead. He tell you, here what they tell people, you smart. Me who is the Guyanese critic. Know and accept that I can't know everything. Hear what he tell people, you're the smart one in Guyana, where are they? They're smart for truth. I thought it's our purpose to educate them. You don't worry. You don't have to change your ways. You don't have to do nothing. You smart. He tells you you're smart.
The U.S. Marshal, some of them are in Guyana. We can just speculate. What are they there for? Is it to remind annual that they have discussed certain celebrated your birthdays, your
listen to this, man.
Whatever it is that you
we can speculate. The man saying,
had fun. Sorry.
You got to be a brain dead follower. For listen to a man say, we can speculate. We can speculate. We can only speculate. What the blood clot you're saying, big man? Yeah, we can speculate. Talk a name. Tell a lie.
And for those who are celebrating their birthdays today, good evening and happy birthday to all of you. All right, to begin with, let's start off. U.S. Marshals, some of them are in Guyana. That's according to a report, according to one of our sources. Is saying that the U.S. Marshal is in Guyana. They're in Guyana. What are they doing in Guyana?
So what source? Why? This is always an area you gotta do. You gotta go on Benchcap page. You gotta go on Rickford Brook page. And you will know the brain dead. I think when people hiring people, they should go to these people pages and see if the person they hire never comment on these pages. You know there's a different mindset. Once you feel the need, like the people who follow Glenn Lal, once you feel the need to read Glenn Lal paper, listen Benchcap or listen Rickford Brook, you know the person brain dead. Listen to this kind of ignorance.
I don't know. You guys in the audience are very smart people. Very, very smart. Smarter than our operator Lemon. I got to admit that to you guys, but Lemon tries his best. He's a technical.
So you guys out there, the smart ones. Not Benchcap, who making a pocket. Now he's not the smart one. He's stupid. He telling you he's stupid and you still watching he.
Guy, but he's getting to understand politics more and more. But you guys are the smart ones out there, right? We got to give you guys credit. And not the trench crappos, obviously, but the U.S. Marshal, some of them are in Guyana. We can just speculate. What are they there for? Is it to remind annual that they have discussed certain things, mind you? And as a result, they're not seeing much at all. Could it be that they gave some sort of, well, of course, they wouldn't just take extraditions down there. I guess it has to go through, there's a procedure, right? But
you can only speculate.
Back to talk about individuals who are wanted, that they have sealed indictments. quite a few sealed indictments. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend, oh, I saw this and I saw that and I know this and I know that. That's not for me to sit here and say. Those things have other folks who probably, I don't know for what reason.
Now this man sit down saying this and saying that and saying it's not me for said this and said that. He says we can only speculate. And he's saying this and saying that and saying it's not for me to say this and say that. Y'all gotta be fucking brain dead to not pick up. The people who follow these guys are brain dead. Now I listen to this program because I realize it's bullshit. I listen for hear what I gotta say. For do I do in here now, rebut and deal with these issues. But you imagine listen to this program for get you information from? You imagine getting information to have an informed conversation with the next person, a co-worker or something, you get you information from Rickford Burke or Benchcap? You imagine that? Hi, Shelly. Mangru, good morning. Prince, good morning. You're trying to use a big word there. Mina Smart. He's not saying, but he's still saying. Yeah. Now, I would want to think outside of what's classified as indecent language, outside of me being me, people walk away every day from this program with something. We address issues. We solve problems. We enlighten people. We keep it real. People could be confident. There's an uplifting process here. You can't walk away from here. Somebody messaged me and said, Critic, where is piss you pissing me off? You get done me on a high point or a low point. There's something about you that draws me to you every time. And you're not always perfect, but I'm drawn to you. Everybody can settle. Because everybody got a day where I'm going to get cussed upon this program. The funny thing is, none of us, whether you're black, Indian, Portuguese, Amerindian, you understand, you're rich, you're poor, they ain't got a day that somebody who do something wrong don't get it. Everybody gets it. Now you would expect, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, why are we the way we are in this country? It is because some people just can't deal with the truth. You understand? I like, hey, when people come, please say, I don't like the banner. Well, is it my beard, my newly grown beard? Is it the gray? Is it because I make you feel aged? Is it my hair? Do you think you're being attacked by a lion? No. Truth does bother you. Because everything I present out there, you could call me and cuss me, tell me anything you want. You could call on 622-7740 and tell me anything you want. I ain't gonna roll over and take away your dishing out, but believe it or leave it, we can got an open channel for you. For say how you feel. Somebody asks us how come John B take a girl? Because he's not so smart. He's saying too smart. He's saying you are the smart ones out there. And you listening to my program and say you're the smart ones. He accept he is smart. He said we can speculate. At the start of the program, we speculated. And you listen to that. Rickford Jork got something for say about the $5 million a piece we're giving to the Attorney General's office. One person out of the 25 victims, one parent was not reached. Hear up now. The government has come to a settlement of $5 million each. In addition to all the help that has already been given, counseling and all assistance and everything else that was needed in the time, funeral expenses and everything else. $5 million, bear in mind, I don't know if those people will be signing to suggest they would never follow up with anything else, but they have that right to approach the courts and ask for a fortune. They have that right. If they want to approach the courts and fight for 10, 15, 20 years for $100 million or $1 billion, that is their right. The government and the parents have come to a resolve and have decided $5 million a person. Out of all the parents and guardians of the 20 Madhya victims, one wasn't satisfied, was not rich because so far the helicopter was down. They knew of the arrangement all the time. Everybody accept $5 million. When they go back to confirm with everybody, okay, are you okay? Are you okay? One out of the 20 was not rich because the helicopter was down. A lot of these mothers and fathers are in far-flung communities. Now everybody come out. $5 million loan? Would 10 have been enough for the opposition? Would 15 have been enough for the opposition? Would 100 million be enough for the opposition? Because the opposition plays a game of cry all the time. Was 25 enough? 25 wouldn't have been enough. And 100 would have been too much. But they know. They're worried that the loss of life. They worry about the loss of life. These lives gone. If they're worried about the loss of life, they're looking at what political mileage they could get out of it. The opposition continues to show that they don't care about your life. The opposition has lawyers. You're trying to tell me you can't tell me we take the $5 million. And then start proceedings and say, watch, a class action lawsuit. Wanted the legal, y'all ain't got the legal system. You gotta come out, oh God, $5 million, what are you gonna do with $5 million? Would 10 have been enough? Would 25 have been enough? Would 100 be too much? Nothing satisfied them. And the parents and the legal representatives satisfied. But the opposition is satisfied. The opposition then go to mourn with the people at the funeral. But was big explosion. Oh God, we cheering dead, this and that. Try to turn the minds of the Amerindian people. Same Amerindian people would have taken away 2,000 jobs when they came into power. Same Amerindian people would have fudged up by chilling and caused thousands of jobs in the Amerindian community, left the Amerindian because the Amerindian people are not very vocal. You don't know the hardships of the Amerindian people under the PNC. The same Amerindian people they didn't want to get land title to. They watch the Amerindian people as a number. That here, the Amerindian people is 10%. No, Sukram, this is Sukram Ganesh. This is not ideas. If the law provides for something like that, and they could go and do, I am all for it. I am all for it. It's not giving people ideas. I am for the Amerindian people too. And if we could get more, I take in more. If there's a process, they want to go all their life and run for 10 years before getting a settlement, I have no problem with it. Hello, good morning.
Morning, my brother. The same Amerindian people that said greedy and want to grab land.
Tell them they're greedy. Yeah. That was said in Parliament.
Yep.
The same Amerindian people they come and love now. You understand? Same Amerindian people. Do you know it is only the PNC in this country expresses convenient love? The love that could only be offered by a prostitute. When a prostitute tells you she'll love you and collect your money at the same time. You hear what I tell you? The PNC offers prostituted love. That's what the PNC is for. That's what the opposition is for. Prostituted love. The same people who stand up for the Amerindian people today. For infuse the head with things. To tell them of their wants that they didn't know they have. Them is the same people who take away the job from the Amerindian people. Tell the Amerindian people they're greedy in Parliament. When they wanted land, that a process had already been started for land titling. Fire 2,000 of them. Displace a whole other set when they run by shilling out of the country. Come the other day, write letters to see the Amerindian people don't get the carbon credits. That there's so much. You imagine the white man paying the Amerindian people for sit down and drink and collect the money. The white man pay the Amerindian people for sit down under the tree and collect the money. And here the PNC tell them don't collect the money. If you follow the opposition, you gotta be brain dead. To follow the opposition, you gotta be brain dead. Now, these are facts. You Google it. The PNC get a body of Amerindian leaders to write a letter to the international organization to claim and say, here, we don't want no carbon, we don't want any money. Don't give the government the money to give the Amerindian people. And here what the people paying for. Fat. You ever hear Jagdeo was able to negotiate a deal. Ali and Jagdeo negotiate a deal for the white man pay for we break win. I kid you not. The thing we you paying for, what we getting paid for, and fat is like the same thing. They says carbon. I don't know nothing about carbon. I am not a scientist. I am not an archaeologist. It's something they claim is in the air and how the oxygen does, and trees store this carbon. So as far as I'm concerned, the people paying for fat. And here now, they pay for the fact you could go under the tree of fat. Normally, you just got cut down your tree for getting money. Jagdion Ali go negotiate for the people and pay for the tree. For you watch the tree. Never sell the fruit, you know. The tree just got stand up down there. You could sell pest on the tree. You could shit under the tree. And the white man paying you for that. First when you cut down a tree, you sell it, you spend all the money, all thing done. And then after years, the whole place clear, you ain't got no tree for cut down. Now you can see the tree, go and pest on the tree, shatter the root of the tree, and the white man say, hold a blind, take a money. Who does negotiate a deal like that? When that man done, the PNC get an arm for write a letter to them international organization, tell the people them, those send the money for the fat. This is the easiest money. We want easy money. There's a reality of the opposition that people are listening to. And I'm saying, some Guyanese got to be brain dead to follow them people. The people who are now saying $5 million is too little bit. Did not see it fit to keep 2,000 Amerindian people employed when they came into power. They fired them all. CSOs, let's call them. I'm hoping that I'm correct. Fire them. You're telling me the people who have started back land titling, who give a great part of the carbon credit to the Amerindian people. You think, what happened to me who own land? What happened to all the people who own land? Me ain't get nothing from the carbon credit. The Amerindian people single-handedly get the money in their hand. Y'all ain't pay attention to that. Y'all ain't pay attention to that. That the Amerindian people, you hear what I tell you, the Amerindian people getting money in their hand for spend how they want. There's a next story for talk how they're spending it. It's mass confusion with them. Enough for them to show us go to jail. 200 and something Amerindian communities get money in their hand. Since the government come in 3 years now, everyone they get a tractor and trailer. Everyone then getting vehicle. Let them get in international hospital. This is what Amerindian people getting. By the said, don't want Guyanese, everybody getting some, we get a road and all that thing, but Amerindian people more than anybody else. From this administration recently, I went to let them Friday and Saturday when the vice president dish out more than 1,000 jobs and let them alone. There's one stop. Sunday, Mark Phillips, the prime minister, was in Bartica dishing out more jobs, more assistance. And these specific people, mostly Amerindian people, this they're getting in their hand. This thing with 5 million a person is for 20 parents and guardians who lost, unfortunately, lost their kids. After all of this, the opposition, they come, and when they fight, they come and console the family. They didn't start a GoFundMe and see the house. They didn't help the people. Then they give the people 5 cents. Now they got to issue the people and collecting $5 million. Rickford Jerk issue a statement saying how. Hello, good morning. Hello? Rickford Jerk issue a statement. saying how the police plan never charged the girl were involved in the rape matter recently. We made accusations against the minister. How unscrupulous can they be? Do you think they care about Amerindian people? Do you think they care about that girl? Imagine she wake up and hear a story like that about yourself, which the police said is totally untrue. How you charge the girl? How you gonna charge the girl? How can you vilify a victim? And they claiming to care for Amerindian people? You imagine a young lady wake up and reading a story like that? Lacking the knowledge and the understanding of the political ramifications you're getting and the political hyenas. You imagine waking up and seeing that? It got you sinking, helpless feeling. There's the reality of the opposition and its brain-dead followers. So you keep following, y'all follow Benchcap, Rickford, Jerk, because I'm saying it's simple. There's a trend here. Now, I'm not like 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time. You look at all the stories. It's so y'all memory short. Look at the election time, the lies that they brought out. They still is a source of your information. Something fudging wrong with y'all. Something fudging wrong with y'all. And that is where your success is. That is where your failure is. Because if the information you continue to absorb is not enough to take you anywhere, you will fail. You will be a failure. Just read between the lines. Knowledge is power. And if you're going to follow Glenn Lal and be misled, you empowering Glenn Lal by going and buy his paper. Have you read the story where Glenn Lal has to pay Winston Brasington now up to $40 million he's paid already and still have more to pay for lying on him? You imagine listening to a man like Glenn Lal? Look, Mudwater, when Mudwater brought the matter against me, Kieran Bruce, I said he is Mudwater. And out in the public, he is accepted. He started a party named Mud. All his party content is shared on Guyana Uncut. Mudwater and Kieran Bruce is one and the same. It's just that he never come out publicly and accepted it. He sued me for $101 million. Nobody see the correlation. That case was thrown out. Because I only speak to the truth. My stories are steeped and based on fact. Me ain't got no other purpose. Me ain't got none for talk about. First thing, I'm not scripted. So for me to move off of something, I got some information. A lot of times I can't disclose my source, but I'm looking at information. I don't tell you, let's speculate here. If I go on an accident scene, I say, here up now. You see this tire track? Because of the length of this brake mark, it suggests, based on the evidence here, and based on what I know of accidents that I've been on, this car was going over a certain miles, a certain amount of kilometers. He was speeding. We could say clearly that. If there's no brakes mark and there's a certain level of impact, a car would have to be good. If a car roll into a thing, the bumper get a little jam. If a car running at 2 miles per hour, the bumper get more of an indentation. If a car running at 100 miles per hour, it got fold up. Evidence. Facts. And then what other purpose? Why do you think I am where I am? I look at the landscape and I realize 10 people lying. Truth gonna sell. People don't like it. But there's a great demand for it because it's only I putting it out there. No, you got a number, you could call it any time, no matter what topic I tell you could call a dispute. And I explain my point of view, my perspective. You understand? When I speak on something, I got background. When people ask me, I say, man, me no, I don't know what you're talking about. I am not in that. And if you see I'm definitely silent, you know there's an answer to. It means I am not in that. No part association with that. I don't make joke. When you listen, will you listen to people for? Not everything is fun and games. You need to walk away with something. Any conversation, even in a relationship, you having a conversation with somebody, and the two y'all blah, 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 everybody running them out. And they all walk away and it's the same problem. I prefer not to talk before I talk things that don't make sense. When I'm imparting something, you walk away from me, we have a problem, let's get it resolved. This is how I feel, this is how you feel, you understand? Bam, bam, bam. Let's get it resolved. Or I don't talk till I reach the time. If I don't understand how to explain to you what is my problem, how I'm affected. Right? Look, Smelly Smell. She now got a transgender fight. She saying it's transnational attack. I can't make up these things with these people. Smelly Smell says she getting a transnational attack. It's publicly what she's been doing. It's public. She's saying it's her human rights to attack, put libelous information out there and everything else. She come with a fight under the transgender, transnational. Oh God. Here. Guys, to the brain dead. If you continue your path, your fate is sealed. Every time you buy a kite show, if you're buying kite show news for read Glenn Lal's stories, after Glenn Lal got paid $40 million for stories. Glenn Lal is the man who wrote the stories. Glenn Lal is the man who assisted the PNC. Glenn Lal has to tell people, if you're a PPP and you're reading Glenn Lal paper for hear what Glenn Lal got said, you're brain dead. Because Glenn Lal, if you're an Amerindian and you're buying Glenn Lal paper, let me tell you, Glenn Lal is the man who played an instrumental role in putting the opposition in power in 2015. All the stories the opposition claim about corruption with the PPP and so, they came out in Glenn Lal paper. Glenn Lal was the most focal individual and news entity to share propaganda, not to say that some weren't truth. There was corruption, there was complacency. But look what happened to we. If Glenn Lal, if you're PPP and you reading Glenn Lal paper, you brain dead. If you're reading Glenn Lal paper for Glenn Lal news, Glenn Lal is the man who spoke about the Marriott. Have you been to the Marriott? A place that has 95% occupancy for the next 5 years? In advance? Glenn Lal said was a bad thing. Glenn Lal is the same man who write the story. You could pick Gaicho News stories as a change. That it was a bad idea for spend $52 million for Billy Hotel. The hotel has become a resounding success. Then there was a bad idea for sell it for $90 million. Y'all didn't see was the program? If you as a PPP are reading Glenn Lal paper, your intent is on destroying your own party, you brain dead. If you go out there, this what you doing while you saying as a PPP? Are you trying to get the news? When you go, you are destroying with one hand what you try to build with another hand. You brain dead. If you gonna read a paper, try to get information from a man who paying now $40 million to Brazenton for lie on Brazenton, is as a result of the lies Glenlal talk on Brazenton that cause people mind for turn from the PPP, and not to say it wasn't deserving for get their ass out of power at the time. They became complacent, they were corrupt, yes. But in the dissemination of information, there was more lies than facts in Kaicho News. And if you gonna buy a paper, I buy Kaicho. For see what they for sell, for see what opportunities there for business. Not for hear facts, truth and facts from Kaicho News. Kaicho News ain't got no truth and facts. If you can buy a paper for get truth and facts and a man pay $40 million so far for lying on a man, the paper is a matter of fact. He's paying the money. He ain't only lose the case and is being found liable, but he pay the money because he know he lie. He ain't go to the CCJ. He know he lie. He ain't worry fighting it because he know he lie. And you see, he had Volcan protesting outside. Kaicho News had Volcan protesting outside of Marriott. Marriott ain't good for nothing. Today, Marriott is the leading hotel in Guyana. Have you been to the Marriott? Yeah, go to the Marriott. When you come from Bobby, so walk as a pass through by the Marriott. Check it out. Marriott has gone on to be the leading hotel in Guyana. And now it is sold or being sold for 90 million US after being built for 52 million US. That money and the proceeds and that is going to go to build more hotels. Glenal said the Marriott ain't good for nothing. It became the best thing. Then when the driver said it, he said, don't sell it. It's the best thing. And Glenal, you going to read, forget your truth and facts? Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, brother.
This is the Critic.
Yes, sir. How can I be of help to you?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I was watching a program this morning, right? Concerning, you normally say you the best thing coming out of Guyana.
No. I'm not the best thing. I'm the realest thing coming out of Guyana. There's obviously...
The realest thing.
Yeah.
Right. Concerning the 5 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you see that people are wrong to talk about 5 million, right?
No, I said it wrong.
Sir.
I didn't say it wrong. Let me rephrase. I have said the people who are talking about the 5 million are not necessarily the caring people. They've never shown care. They are looking for political mileage. I also said those same individuals, and somebody said in the comment I shouldn't give the opposition ideas, those same individuals have the redress of the court. If they want to go and fight for 10 and 15 years, forget $100 billion, they have that right.
Yeah. Right, sir. But there, you don't think the president has a conscience, man? Yeah? You don't think so?
How much you think would be fair? How much you think would be fair?
25 million, nobody's supposed to be asking questions.
Would be fair.
The president, yeah.
Can we do
Suppose,
my argument? And I am saying the opposition does not have any moral standing to speak on this or make it a political point. I'm listening to you because you're a citizen, and I'm thinking you're not an opposition MP, even if you're an opposition supporter, right? I I'm listening to you as a Guyanese citizen. Now, since you've said $25 million is fair, do you think the actions of the opposition when they fire 2,000 CSOs, right? Do you think that action was fair when they were in power?
No, that action wasn't fair, but we're looking at this case. Why are you going back now? Let's deal with this issue.
No. I am trying to get an understanding. This is not going back. Now, what happens? We are discussing after this government would have given monies to every Amerindian community from the carbon credits, the opposition tried to shoot it down. Right? Hundreds of millions of dollars. Every community, money in the hand. Amerindian communities we're talking about alone. This government would have given every Amerindian community a tractor. Because this is not about the fire victims. It is being made out like Amerindian people, $5 million Amerindian people. So you gotta look at what is being given and what was taken away. It's just a comparative analysis. Because of who talk. I'm not disputing you $5 million. Right? At the end of this, you $25 million. At the end of this, right now, not even at the end, I agree with you. I agree with you right away. What I'm suggesting is the opposition has no authority. Because when you think, all right, here now, you imagine going to a doctor, forget some help for do a surgery, and everybody will come out of the surgery room dead. You going in there?
No, we put it inside the opposition. We dealing
No.
with
But as the opposition, they didn't have anything. They didn't have any plan. They didn't start a GoFundMe to help these people. And it's the opposition talking. If me, you the talking, you call and say, Critic, you see the thing where they're giving them $5 million? And it's some Garden Mosley put it on the page that is a hush money. Government can't give nobody no money and keep it quiet. It has to be accounted for. But they spin it now. Garden Mosley spin hush money. What hush money? The government comes to an agreement. Bear in mind, don't forget, my brother, if you want, you could go there and say, as a taxpayer, I feel people should get more, and I am willing to give up this. What are you willing to give up? Let some of us give up some roads. Some of us give up our personal development and come out in our masses and tell the government.
Mr. Critic, come on, man. Let's beat around the bush. 25 million per family is 20 persons. That ain't no money for this government.
Yes, my brother, yes. But you talking like the money, like Guyana currencies come over Kaicho Falls. I am saying there are many people out there. I do not receive financial money. I don't receive anything from the carbon credits. I want some carbon credits. You hear what I'm telling you? Amerindian people get direct funding money from the carbon credits. What happened to the black people? What happened to the Indian people? What happened to the Portuguese? What about if I come out and say, man, I want some money from the carbon credits?
Stick to the issue. We're going to have
that is the issue, my brother. I am asking you, where does the 25 million come from? How government could pick up and spend willy-nilly and throw all the money out there? It's taxpayers' money. You start a movement here. This is a simple thing. Them people could get us 25 million. You start a movement that come out and say, here, we as Guyanese citizens are willing to give up something, take some of our funds from the coffers, and we think 25 million is fair.
The Critic, you see the direction you're heading, but it's unfair, you know.
No, but here, man, here. I just talking about brain dead. I am telling you that Me only agreeing that 25 million is okay. I am telling you to get the people money. It's like we're doing a vote. You come out and get a group of people who want to see that happen. And come out and say, here, we the citizens of Guyana, this is not acting. We could start a movement to say, we the citizens of Guyana want to see President Ali give more to the Amerindian families. You understand what I'm telling you?
But Mr. Ali don't have a conscience, man.
Brother, I am showing you how you could make this thing a reality. If you come out with all the conscience that you have and suggest I am a taxpayer. Did you post anything on your page?
We don't have to go down that road.
Have you posted anything? How do you get people to act? How do you get people to do things? Other than just talking. I just talking about brain dead people.
This was a national issue. Why we should get now people coming out to
Because I am telling you and explaining to you how you could get action. What conscience? The president has to use his conscience for all Guyanese. And if he comes out and says, let's do a vote. And 500,000 people say, the voters come out and say, here up now, 5 million is okay. Who is you or President Ali's conscience? This is not conscience.
When President Ali...
You are using your conscience. Did you use your conscience when 2,000 jobs was lost? When Baishelin left and all the Amerindia people left hungry and their mouth white? Where the conscience of Genjo went then?
We're going back there for...
My brother, governments run this say, you get here. A lot of people are affiliated with the opposition think like government is run like church. The involving God, that's why the opposition is run for the Obio. When the shit hit the fan, they try to raise up the tobacco. This thing ain't got nothing to do with conscience or feelings. When is enough?
Why?
You are here. The next thing that happen, is they meet all the government, meet all the people, and because of the conscience what they're using, they meet all the people and say, hey, up now, we can give you all 100 million. And here we are gonna do. You gotta give you back 50. Because the people don't care about the money. You understand? Let me give you all 100 million. Let me start the run-ins. You understand?
You see that? You see that?
How much is enough? My brother, I went to let him where they give the Amerindian people jobs, 1,000 jobs, 1,000 cash grants. I highlight it. I am there all the time when they're receiving.
Good. That's a different issue.
I am, brother, here, I don't talk about the brain dead. I sorry, we talk. I agree with you for the 25 million. You take win. You don't understand what I'm saying? I just talking about the brain dead, you know. I am saying, where does the buck stop? R25 is reasonable. How much the next time? How you calculate this thing? How you calculate this thing? Hello, good morning.
Hi, Mr. Critic. Good morning. I called you again last week concerning my son house lot that paid from the government last year, August. It's going to be a year now. We pay out all the money and he can't hear anything from the government. To send the information to you.
I'll follow up back with it this morning.
Okay, Mr. Critic.
I didn't get any feedback from them as yet. Now, I just time at the brain dead, you know. If you say you need to have a conscience, I am suggesting, like, government ain't got conscience, and what is enough? What is enough? Where does the buck stop? Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Just a quick one. What happened at Madia dear? It's a crime. That girl has been charged in 20 counts of murder. The government don't have nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with
The
it.
government is even giving them the $5 million on humanitarian ground.
Partner, I have said, if they want to follow up and run after something for 20 something, you could go after that.
Yes, you're right.
We can't go now and decide how much. I don't know how they come up to the figure. What I know, the government did all their expenses. The government took care of everybody. And in addition to that, now you are saying you have a conscience. How is conscience? You should have a conscience. The president should have a conscience. How is conscience measured? And is having a conscience, or having 25% of a conscience, 50% of a conscience, or 100% of a conscience, isn't that supposed to be pitted against a past PNC administration that didn't have a conscience? That took away jobs from 2,000 these American people, that took away the money, 10,000 where they used to get. It ain't enough of a conscience that the government give Amerindian people alone over Indian people, black people, Portuguese people, Chinese people. Amerindian people alone get money in the hand. Eh?
That's right.
Oh God, man.
That's correct.
What you want me to give me a batty for shit through my ribs? I am saying, if y'all up in y'all feelings, go out there. Let's say here. He put a post for the future. I think there should be more. Where does the buck stop? You want me to tell you? When the government could shy money at people, what gonna happen? Them same government people gonna tell people, listen to me, we give you 50. We give you 50 million, right? But you could only get 25, you gotta give me back 25 million. And they start give out money like mad. Everybody, and get a drawback. You understand? It's just where the shit go hit the fan.
You see, the point is that when they came into power, they said that the $10,000 will be unsustainable. They cannot afford that. So you can't pay $10,000. You go pay for 100.
Yeah, they know. They know. But I just talking about the brain dead. I just talking about the brain dead. And that is people say, man, Critic, why you're listening to people. No, but that is the point. I agree with him with the $25 million. I am saying, my brother, let's work to get it done. Now, here, laugh.
Right, that's right.
He got on conscience, but you know I make the effort. You know I put a post on the Facebook page. You know I'm going to stand up and protest in the hot sun. Do you know, when I broke up the parking meter thing, there's a video with dancing telling me, you know you could get 3 months jail. I said, well, somebody got to make the sacrifice. I made a sacrifice for all the citizens of Guyana. Hello, good morning.
Hey, morning, Critic.
Turn off the thing in the background there.
Okay. Yes, Critic. I listen to your program. We don't want to talk about cancer, right? And then people say that is a PNC supporter. Now, if they're talking about cancer, you only talk about the Amarina. What about all these guys, Suku workers that get fired? Do you know right now, all those workers punishing? They're even picking up a job and everything. So that thing we attack the Asian nonsense. I agree with that next caller. That is a crime scene. Any action should be taken to the individual who do that, not the government.
I hear you, buddy.
That Asian nonsense you're talking here. That is a PNC. That is a brain dead one.
I hear you.
That is what they're peddling. The lies and race into the country. Yes, that is what they're doing here. When you talk about conscience, that man, the president, have a conscience by doing that. What he did here. The government not supposed to do that.
I hear you, bro. We talk.
So, good, Critic, later.
Hello, good morning.
Critic, you still on your life?
Yes, my brother.
We shouldn't give them the 5 million one time. Give them $1 million a year. This is my entity.
All right, brother. Cool. Everybody got different input. One man say I got conscience. One man say one to everybody else. You understand? But these people have been getting a lot. You hear the bill yet? Here laugh. Nobody hear the bill yet. For moving them and the funeral and all them thing now. Hello, good morning.
Critic.
Yes, ma'am.
Compensation is based on assessment. These children were not main breadwinners of the family. Quantify everything that was given to them, including the 5 million, and I'm sure you'll surpass 25 million. You should get a list of everything that was given, because I don't think we know.
Gal, me no want go there. I go fall long and dead. That's when they have a corruption. You hear what I tell you? Here laugh. Plane men a fly. You see the day with the mad. Remember I been at the airport when the president they organizing the planes to go in the first morning, right? While the fire was going on. When me see planes start take off and so, cause they hand out to open check. People start fly like mad. People from the army going in and all kind of thing. All the family was flown out for the thing where we been at Yumanabi. Right? Yumanabi. What the place the bush thing was built by Pegasus outside there, man?
Oh, the Benab.
Benab. Right?
Yeah.
Here laugh. Now you talk about quantify it. Me frightened for go there.
No, but it should be for all those who talking about conscience and all them other foolishness, because they didn't just get 5 million. When you add up everything else they've gotten, things that the public doesn't know about.
You imagine, hear this one. They were not able to get one of the mothers because the helicopter, just for go for tell you, well, girl, we ready for pass the 5 million. The helicopter wasn't there. It's not like you could call the communities with these people there. You understand?
Where does it stop? You know, I don't understand it. Where does it stop? No amount will be enough. You cannot.
And if you follow the brain dead, it would never stop. I just today's brain dead day.
By the loss of life, but you can you put them in the position. You know, you try to assist, but they weren't breadwinners. When you analyze them for compensation, you have to take all these things into account and take the emotions out of it.
That's a good point, ma'am. Thanks for that input.
They weren't breadwinners. They were children. All right, Critic, later.
There's a realistic point of view if you're going to look at it. And that's how, when you're going to do a divorce, it's what things are worth and what going on. The woman taking half because she going on to take care of the children and all them things. No. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, brother.
I am listening to your program. I am calling. I am saying that, yes, I agree with this fellow who was saying the 25 million is okay. And I saying that the government should pay that money because the error on safety practice and any building for housing children, there should be the highest level of safety practice, and drills should be run on a constant, and the same local government ministry you can go and check, as I know you love to check, is responsible, and these buildings that housing these children, that ministry is responsible for that.
I hear you.
Can't tell me a child like a fire building. Let me say, in your house, I could tell you this. In your house, if a fire starts, I'm sure you have a fire extinguisher and you train your child that this is how you must put out a fire in case of emergency or case you in there at home. Am I right?
Well, we used to do that in Luzikna, but we're not done that here. We got the fire extinguisher, and since you talk about it, I'll make sure today I warn the staff to call in the fire department. I can't lie to you. We have not been up to date here with the training, so I'll call them, tell them to call in the fire department and do some training, and we could video the also and share the out there too.
Yes,
y'all make note.
You know that you cannot have a building where you just say the senseless people were there in the country, but that is children. Now you know, even me, you might react. If we get fire, we might react at that moment. We might.
No, but here the caller before you is speaking about the considerations. Money has a value, and that's the thing. You don't hand people an open check. Do you have any idea of how much the government has spent so far on this specific matter? Or do you think we should spend an unlimited amount?
No, I can't have an idea because I don't. The government
is any consideration? Would you take any consideration into how this affect the coffers and the funds could have done for other Guyanese, since the country is not only Amerindians?
No, but I am speaking about the children that were born to death.
That's what we're speaking about. That's what we're speaking about. If we are going to look at things,
I will agree with you, but they haven't published that or made that.
Well, you know, I'm going to ask that right now. I'm going to ask that right now, brother. We talk. I'm taking the next call.
No.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic. I am concerned with the money being given to these Amerindian people. I, as a citizen of this country, I have no issue with that. I am speaking now. I'm calling you as a mother, regardless if the government or whoever give me whatever amount of money, it cannot give me back my child.
So you're suggesting the money should not be an issue?
No, because
but I think it'll play a great role. $5 million would play a great role in bettering these people's lives if they know how to manage it properly.
It will, but let me tell you another issue. I'm speaking on as a mother, that regardless of what people give me, it would not give me back my child. It would not fill that hole that I'm hoping for my child. Another thing is, no matter what the government gives people, there is some who's receiving it might be contented, but there is some who will never be contented, will never be satisfied, and will never support the government.
I hear you, ma'am. I hear you. Here, we gotta take it. I gotta go out and look for it now. Guys, take care. Peace out. I'm on another fasting regimen, by the way. I'm 3 days in. I'm about to leave the country again. And I'm highly likely I might not have anything to eat for the next few days. And hello, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah,
the money that these Iranian people, the fire victim getting, is just a start. It's just part. They don't know when it's gonna stop and how much they're gonna get. Up to this morning, I was listening Minister Nandalal talk to Jacqueline or what the guy name about it. Right? So that's just a start. They're gonna continue helping them.
No, they gotta support them. It's continued support, like they've been doing all the time. Raja.
And for people talking nonsense, what happened with the Bartik and the Luziknan massacre people, right? Nobody ever fight for them and get anything, you know? But we ain't gonna go back there. But just so you know...
no, they won't go back there. They won't go back. And here now, we know deliberately that the PNC was directly connected to criminal elements that went and murdered people in Bartika and murdered people in Luziknan.
Well, here, let me tell you something. I was to call you a long time about this thing. Critic was the last one that get killed with that 5-war breakout with 5-man gang, right?
Yeah.
Critic grew up one house away from me. Me brother, according to he talked to somebody from Essecubo, and they told him that ex-president Daniel Ramatari, he wasn't president at the time, said no, they're not going to do that. Try was willing, if they give him amnesty, he was a good kid. Foster home he grew up with, right? He didn't grow up with the real parents, and he was in jail for something where somebody bullied. He wasn't really supposed to be in jail, but he just don't have money, right? He was one more breakout, and they didn't break out. SPNC loosed them out and just put it like breakout, right? So
well, I can't verify that because I was around and knew. They might have played a part in the plot of the break, but I can tell you it was a breakout. They didn't walk out the front gate.
Right. But what I'm saying...
There was a plot, yes.
Right.
No, but it was a well-orchestrated plot. Like the recent fine man, like the recent plot with Smalley.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So we talk, bro.
Yeah, all right, brother. Yeah, thank you.
So I think we've had the conversation. It's out there. Take it where you wish. Peace out.